Hello guys! Today, ang ituturo ko sa inyo is all about exterior angle inequality theorem. Okay, let's start. So first, an exterior angle. This is an angle formed between any side of a triangle and a line extended from its adjacent side. So kapag exterior angle, ito yung angle sa labas ng triangle, pero meron siyang adjacent side sa loob ng triangle, okay? Or meron siyang adjacent angle sa loob ng ating triangle, okay? And then we have here exterior angle theorem, or known as EAT. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angle. So in the figure, angle C is an interior angle, okay? While angle B and angle A are its remote interior angles. So by EAT, so the measure of C is equals to the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle A. Okay? So yung remote interior angles, ito yung angle sa loob ng triangle natin na hindi adjacent yung ating exterior angle. Okay? So yun lang, ganun nyo lang ma-determine ano yung remote interior angle natin. Okay? So let's proceed. Exterior angle inequality theorem, or also known as EAIT. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is greater than the measures ng remote interior angle. Okay, so kung kanina equal, ngayon greater than na. So we have here yung figure natin. So if angle 4 is the exterior angle, if siya yung exterior angle, so angle 3 yung adjacent angle niya sa loob ng triangle. So it means yung natitirang dalawang angle sa loob ng triangle, which is angle 2 and angle 1, siya yung tinatawag nating remote interior angles. And according sa EAIT, or exterior angle inequality theorem natin, yung measure ng angle 1 and angle 2, pag pinag-add mo yun, yung sum nun, equal siya sa measure nung angle 4, or yung exterior angle natin. Okay? So, in the figure, angle C is an exterior angle. Ito. Okay? So, ito siya. Okay, yan yung tinutukoy na exterior angle. Angle B and angle A are its remote interior angle. So, ito yung remote interior angle. By EAIT, so, the measure of angle C is greater than the measure of angle B. And also, the measure of angle C is equal to, or rather, mas malaki din sa measure ng angle A. Okay, so yun lang naman yung sinasabi sa EAIT. Okay? Yung laging yung exterior angle, lagi siyang mas malaki doon sa ating remote interior angle. Bakit? Kasi nga, ang tinutukoy din sa theorem na ito, yung measure nga ng dalawang remote interior angle kapag inad mo yun, equal lang sila dun sa exterior angle. Okay? So, proceed tayo. So, corollary of the exterior angle theorem, the angle opposite the longest side is the largest angle. While the angle opposite the shortest side, syempre yung smallest angle natin. So, ganun lang siya. Kung mahaba yung side, syempre yung opposite niya, malaki din yung angle. Okay? So, kung maliit yung side, or shortest side siya, yung katapat niya, or yung opposite niyang angle, siya rin yung smallest angle. Conversely, the side opposite to the largest angle is the longest side, while the side opposite the smallest angle is the shortest side. So, baliktaran lang sila, vice versa lang sila. So, given this figure sa baba, i-apply natin tong sinabi sa corollary of the exterior angle theorem. Arrange the sides of the triangle in decreasing length. So, mula longest, papuntang shortest. Pero ang given natin yung angle. So, sinasabi dito uli sa ating corollary of the exterior angle theorem, yung pinaka malaking angle, or the largest angle, yung opposite nun is the longest side. So, ibig sabihin, itong 70 degrees, Okay? Angle A. Yung opposite ng angle A is itong side BC. So it means, since angle A is the largest angle, yung opposite niyang side na BC, siya yung longest side. So BC agad. Okay? Kasi pinapa-arrange siya atin sa decreasing length. So unahin natin yung pinakamalaki. Papuntang pinaka-shortest. So BC yung pinakamahaba. And then, this is followed by, after no 70 degrees, okay, ang sumunod na mas malaki sa kanya is, or rather, ang sumunod sa 70 degrees na malaki, mas mababa sa 70 degrees is etong 60 degrees, or yung angle C. And the side opposite sa angle C is side AB. So, sumunod sa ating decreasing length is yung AB. And finally, yung ating 50 degrees, okay, which is angle B, yung opposite sa kanya na side, which is AC, siya yung pinaka-shortest ngayon. Okay? Kasi siya yung pinaka-smallest angle sa three angles natin, so yung opposite sa kanyang side is the shortest side. So, ito yung ating arrangement ngayon from decreasing length. BC is the longest, AB is just in the middle, and AC is the shortest side. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, we have here an example using yung ating mga theorem. So, complete the table using the figure below. So, na-identify natin ano-ano yung exterior angles. So, we have 3. So, which is itong 1, itong 4, and itong 6. Okay, exterior. So, nasa labas nung triangle. So, we have here angle 1, angle 4, and angle 6. So, una tayo dito sa angle 1. So, ito yung angle 1 natin. So, ngayon, ano yung remote interior angle niya? So, yung remote interior angle niya, so kung yung angle to yung opposite, or rather, di pala siya yung opposite, siya yung adjacent, okay? Siya yung adjacent. So, yung remaining angle 3 and angle 5, siya yung remote interior angle. Okay? So, angle 3 and angle 5. Ayan. And then ngayon, proceed tayo sa angle 4. If this is angle 4, okay, ang opposite, or rather yung adjacent pala niya, is yung angle 3. Katabi, adjacent nga eh. So, yun yung adjacent angle niya, or adjacent side niya. So, it means itong two remaining angle 2 and angle 5, is the remote interior angle. So, we write here angle 2 and angle 5. Now, proceed naman tayo sa angle 6. So, this is angle 6. So, itong adjacent niya na angle, which is angle 5, is hindi na siya yung remote interior angle kasi adjacent side nga siya. Adjacent angle siya. So, it means, itong angle 2 and angle 3 is the remote interior angle. Angle 2 and angle 3. Ngayon, punta naman tayo sa equation formed based on the theorem. So, magpo-formulate na tayo nung mga equation natin based sa ating mga theorem na binigay. So, ngayon, unahin natin yung ating angle 1. Okay? So, kung ang exterior angle, or rather yung remote interior niya pala is angle 3 and angle 5, so it means, yung measure ng ating angle 1 is equal to yung sum ng remote interior angle niya, which is measure ng angle 3 plus measure ng angle 5. So, yan yung equation natin. Okay? So, same din sa ating angle 4 and angle 6. So, yung measure daw ng angle 4 natin is equal to the measure ng angle 2 plus measure ng angle 5. And then sa angle 6 naman natin, yung measure ng angle 6 natin is equal to the measure ng angle 2 plus the measure ng angle 3. Okay, so ganun lang siya. Identify niyo exterior angle, identify the remote interior angle, and makakabuo na kayo ng equation based sa ating theorems. Okay? So, proceed tayo. So, for our example number 2, use the figure at the right to find the measurements of the indicated angles. So, dito na natin magagamit yung theorems natin. So, given daw yung angle 4, so ano muna yung angle 4 natin? Siya yung exterior angle na ang adjacent side is angle 3. Okay? So, it means, if angle 4 is the exterior angle, then it means, kung 3 yung adjacent angle niya, yung 1 and yung 2, yung remote interior angle niya. And by the theorem natin, the measure of angle 4 is just equal to the measure nung interior or yung remote interior angle niya, which is angle 1, measure nung angle 1 plus measure nung angle 2. Ngayon, given naman yung values na itong mga to, meron tayong measure ng angle 4 and measure ng angle 1 and angle 2, i-equate lang natin to. Okay, by that, makukuha natin yung x. And also, makukuha rin natin syempre yung measurement. So, yung angle 4 daw is 5x, which is equals to yung angle 1 natin is 2x minus 13, plus yung angle 2 na x plus 45. So, ngayon, combine like terms muna tayo. So, yung 5x pala, burayin na natin, pwede na natin itong i-retain lang dito. So, 5x. And then, transpose natin yung 2x tsaka yung x. Para nasa isang side lang yung variable. So, positive 2x magiging minus 2x. Positive x magiging minus x. Is equals to negative 13 plus 45. So, that's just 45 minus 13. So, simplifying that, 45 minus 13 is equals to 32. Ayan. And then, simplifying natin yung may variable na x. So, 5x minus 2x is 3x. And then, 3x minus x is 2x. This is 2x is equals to 32. And dividing both sides by 2 to find x. Then, x is equals to 32 divided by 16. Or rather, 32 divided by 2. Nasabi ko na yung sagot is equal to 16. So, 16 yung ating value ng x. And by that, mahanap na natin yung hinihingi na the measure ng angle 4 and angle 3. Okay? So, yung angle 4 daw natin is equals to 5x. Eh, ang x natin is 16. So, 5. Then, this is 16. So, we have 5 times 16, which is equal to 80. So, 80 degrees yung ating angle 4. So, lagay natin, this is measure ng angle 4. 80 degrees. And lastly, to find the measure of angle 3, so kindly comment down your answer sa ating chat box and let's see if naintindihan nyo yung ating lesson for today. So, at this point, onting analyzation na lang kailangan nyo to find yung measure ng angle 3 kasi meron na tayong value ng x eh. So, some properties na lang yung gagamitin niyo dyan and makakapag-arrive na kayo sa measure ng angle 3 natin. Okay? So, that's it for our video for today. I hope may natutunan kayo and maraming salamat sa panonood.